I gotta clean my glasses. Coffee first. Coffee first. Always coffee first. All right, now we're good. We're good. Welcome, guys. The host with the most fears, you, the audience, right here. What's up? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing great. I'm giving my eyes a rest again. Oh, man. Having my contacts in, like, all the time. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna rock the glasses for a couple of days until I have to go to work. At work, it's, like, impossible because I'm always moving around with boxes and stuff. My glasses could break, so I always just wear my contacts at work. So, anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are doing awesome. It's been a fairly chill day. I was exhausted after work. I mean, it was not necessarily a bad day, a busy day. And I'm gonna get into it in just a second. Anyway, let me open up the chat, see what you guys are up to. There we are. Okay. Chill day. Yo, okay. Thank you for the like. Yo, Larry, what's going on? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you are doing well. Anyway, shout out to Larry. Shout out to all the other fans. Thank you for liking the stream. Yo, Triple. Triple says, Fierce, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing great. And better yet, I hope you're doing fantastic. See, now you're getting it, Triple. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing fantastic. It's kind of became Fierce's one of my catchphrases. I didn't mean for it to become a catchphrase. It just that's how it kind of happened. So yeah. So it kind of transformed into one. So yeah. Hey Johnny, how are you? He says, hey Fierce, just wanted to stop by and let you know it's been a rough day. I had a rough day at work, buddy. So I completely understand. Mary and I just got back from her mother's service. Keep us in your prayers. Oh, I definitely will. You know, and Johnny, I will say another prayer for you on camera. So, dear, may you bow your head with me, dear our Heavenly Father. It's the Fears Man again. Please give Mary and Johnny the strength to get through these upcoming weeks, these upcoming months. They're going to be difficult. Mary's mom passed away, and they just got done with the service. So I hope the service went well. I hope Mary got to spend time with her family. And Lord, just give not only Mary strength, give Johnny strength, but give Mary's family the strength. And take care of her mom now that she's in heaven. And I just wish the best for Mary and Johnny. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. All right, there we are. So hopefully that prayer will help, Johnny. I really hope that prayer will help. Let me tilt it forward. Let me tilt the camera forward. It's not too bright outside, but yeah. As you guys can tell, Fears' eyes are still a little red from the hot sauce challenge. I was at work, and they were like, Fears, what's up with all that blood like in your eye? One person I told the truth. The other person, well, I didn't really lie. I did keep my contacts in by accident all night. So I said it's a mixture of me keeping my contacts in because you're not really supposed to sleep with them. And I did it by accident. I said I did a hot sauce challenge for my YouTube channel. And my friend was like, oh, how did that go down, Fierce? I'm like, not well. So yeah. So I'm sure all the blood in my eyes will go away soon. It's not that bad. It's only like, you see, like over here. It's not too bad. So I'm sure it'll go away in time. Anyway, J-Man says, amen. Thanks, buddy. Hey, no worries, J-Man. And be sure Mary watches so she can see that prayer, because I meant it for you and Mary and Mary's mom and Mary's family. So hopefully that prayer will help. I understand losing a loved one, my friend. It's very, 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 very hard. Going to my dad's funeral was like probably the toughest thing I've ever had to do in my life. Or, well, I should say one of the toughest things I've ever had to do in my life. It's losing a family member, especially a mom, a dad, like someone important like that. It's never easy. It's never easy. So I completely understand, buddy. I completely understand, and you have my sympathy, and just be there for Mary, and have Mary be there for you, because Mary's going to need you the next couple of weeks and months. Like, I mean, I know you guys are a couple, but she's going to need you even more now, more than ever. I guarantee you. Anyway, Mary heard the prayer, and she appreciates it. All right, cool. Mary, I'm glad you heard the prayer. I meant every word of it, and you guys are really good. I mean, Mary and Johnny, they've been following Fears like since almost the beginning, right? Right, Johnny? I mean, you guys have been here since the beginning, so thanks for not only being fans of both my channels, but thanks for being good friends. Johnny and Mary, you guys are always welcome to come down and hang out with Fears whenever you want. So, mi casa, su casa. Anyway, let's continue on. But I hope things get better. I really, really, really do. All right. Well, today's topics are, we're doing the first topic, chilling with the fans. So I'll answer whatever questions you guys want, because Tyler and other people like it just when I just chill with you guys, and whatever pops up, pops up. So whatever you guys want to talk about, you let me know. The second topic, I've been wanting to do this topic for quite a while, since I am from St. Louis. Not a lot of people think when you go to St. Louis that there's a lot to do there. Actually, there's a shitload to do there. Like, the city is actually quite big. So there's lots of tourist attractions. So I'm going to name off just a few. And then this one, and then the third one, I was thinking about this. I was like, you know what? Randall loves when Randall talks Batman, when I talk Batman, or when me and Randall talk Batman together. So I thought, let's dig in deep. What do you guys think is the best Batman weapons or gear that he wears? Like gear that he uses. Like, a lot of people don't think like the Batmobile is a weapon. And I'm like, oh no. I'm going to have to stop you right there. I'm like, the Batmobile is one of the best weapons he has. He's got weapons inside the Batmobile. He's got weapons on the outside of the Batmobile. I'm like, I definitely consider the Batmobile probably his top weapon, but like we're gonna get into it. Not too many updates. I pretty much told everybody all the updates from yesterday. I have to put in my vacation soon because I put it in too early, and because my company's computers from like 1994, they said you can't put it in like 2 months in advance or 3 months, because it has to be the month before. So the minute it turns June 1st, Fears is going to put in his vacation time. I'm going to take a week off. Go visit my mom. Go visit my dad's grave. Hang out with friends. Just kind of chill. It's been go for the last couple of months. So I'm looking forward to some well-rested time. So, yeah. This weekend, me and Sam's got axe throwing. Thank God it's on Sam, because I'm going to be pretty much broke until this Friday, because I'm going to pay my rent here in, let me pull up my calendar. Today's May 30th. So May 30th. So we've got one more day in May 31st, and then Fears is probably going to pay his rent either on July 1st or July 2nd, depending on how busy my schedule is. So, because I like to pay my rent right away, because then they're not knocking on your door like hounding you. Hey, Fears, where's the rent? Or because they give you 5 days. My apartment complex is actually very generous. They give you 5 days to pay the rent, and then anything late after that, then they charge 50 extra bucks. So, yeah. Anyway, let me write Visions and let him know that I'm streaming. I always love hanging out with Visions on the stream. He's a good guy. But yeah, it's gonna be kind of a chill stream today. So whatever you guys want to talk about, you let me know. Uh, but yeah, things have been going good today. I'll be honest, I pretty much just slept a lot because I was so tired from work. And I'm going to get into that in just a second. Let's see. Hey, Visions, I am streaming. Come and hang out if you can. See you there, buddy. All right. Well, hopefully Vision shows up. All right. There we go. Yeah. So anyway, another update. Yeah, it was exhausting at work. So we get there. I already knew it was going to be a bad day at work. And again, I didn't have a bad day. I physically didn't have a bad day. It was just a rough day. I knew it was going to be a rough day. I knew it was going to be a lot of boxes because they closed down the whole factory the day before, right? So no boxes got delivered. So what happens? They start getting stockpiled, right? So I came in last night, and my boss was like, "Hey guys, we're gonna have a team meeting, and then we're gonna get right into it." And actually, I had to come in early. Normally, I clock in like at 3:30. My manager texted me and said, "Hey John, can you be here at 2 in the morning?" I said, "Sure." So got there at 2 in the morning, and they said, "We hope you guys are ready to work." They said we're glad that everybody had a great, Memorial Day, but they said because of Memorial Day, no boxes got delivered yesterday. So not only did we have to do all of the boxes from the other day, but we had to do all the boxes from last night too combined. So it was a lot. So I only had 2 trucks last night, but my manager walks over and says, "John, I hope you're ready." And I was like, yeah. I'm like, I'll do my best. And she goes, oh. And then my boss said, "Oh, I know you always do your best, John." She goes, "I'm just letting you know." She goes, "I'm here if you need any help." She goes, "Your 2 trucks have a lot." And I was like, "All right, give me the numbers. And she said, "Well, this truck has 400 boxes. And then I know that may not seem like a lot. It is because it's a small truck. So you start to lose space quick." And then she goes, "And then your second truck over here, John," she goes, "I don't know where you're going to put all this," but she's like, "Just pack it as tight as you possibly can. It's got 600 boxes." I was like, "Oh man." I'm like, "All right." I'm like, "I'll do my best." And she came by about 3 or 4 times throughout the night and said, "Hey John, how you doing?" I said, I said, "Look at it." I said, "I've got it organized." And she's like, "You're doing a great job, John." She goes, "Just, there's a lot of boxes going on." I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "There's a lot." I said, "There's definitely a lot." And then she's like, "But," she goes, "I'm very proud of you." She goes, and then she said, "The reason why we have a lot of boxes." I said, "Oh yeah." I said, I get it. I said, "I get it." I said, "The reason why we have a lot of boxes is because the factory was closed yesterday because of Memorial Day. So that means we didn't do any packages the day before." So I already knew it was going to be a high volume day right off the bat. I was like, all right, well, I'm like, let's just dig in deep, get this shit done. The minute I got done, I raced home, took a shower, and I didn't even make it to my bed. I just plopped here. I watched like about 20 minutes of a Rambo movie because I love Rambo, and then I conked out, and I pretty much woke up. Let's see, I've been going live for about 13 minutes. Let's see, it's 5:36 now. I woke up at 4, so I pretty much slept all day. I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom. But go ahead and study my racetrack coffee. I'll be right back. I'm going to use the restroom. I won't be a minute. Just go ahead and study my coffee real quick. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to use the restroom. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, I'm back. All right, so getting back to what I was saying, I already knew it was going to be a heavy volume day at work. But, we plowed through it, and then by the time I left, we had another team meeting, and they said, hopefully tonight will be less volume. So hopefully tonight will be a lot more, like, chiller day. So I'm hoping tonight will be a little bit more chiller day, because last night, man, we had, well, my boss said we had 52,000, but she said, because we've got so much, she goes, we probably won't even get to 52,000. So we'll probably have to do a little bit of yesterday's tonight. But she said we'll probably make it to like 39,000, which I think we did. So we've got like 20 extra thousand probably tonight, because they said 52,000. But I loved what my boss, like, she grabbed her clipboard and she's like, we're not even going to get anywhere near 52,000. And I was like, oh, really? And she's like, no. She's like, there's so much backpile because of the holiday. So, yeah. So, it's even worse, like, Christmas time, we're off, like, December 24th, December 25th, So, we're off for, like, 2 days. And then all of a sudden, the 26th, when we come back, it's, like, massacred. So, I love Christmas, but then when you go back, in a couple of days, you're just like, oh, shit, there's so many boxes. But, yeah. Yo, Heroes, what's up? Heroes, congratulations. I checked the Discord before I started the stream. Heroes did another landmark. Another landmark has been achieved. He's up to 16,000. So, Joey said in the Discord, he said, probably you'll get to 20K by the end of the week. And I wrote Joey back and said, Joey, at the rate LC's going, it probably will not take him to the end of the week, like to Saturday. He'll probably get it in about, I'd say it's very possible that LC could hit 20K by Thursday. It's Tuesday right now. It would not put it past me if in 2 days' time on Thursday he got the 20K. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, Joey could be very well right. Nothing bad about what Joey said. I'm just saying, at the rate LC's going, he could very well get 20K even before the weekend. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that little video that I uploaded last night about me almost breaking a lightsaber. I got a couple of comments on it, and I got like 4 or 5 likes. People seem to like it. Tonight, I'm going to work on 2 videos. I don't know if I'll finish the 2 videos, but I'm going to work on 2 videos tonight. So I know I'm going to get at least 1 video up. We'll see about the other videos. So yeah, thank you for all the likes. I've got 4 likes on this live stream so far. So yeah, Hero says we're up to 16,060. Nice. Yo, 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 to the boot, baby. Probably this weekend sometimes, Heroes, I'm going to probably download the live stream and start piecing together the Hot Wings challenge, because I got to get that up pronto. I've been working on 3 vlogs right now. I keep going back to them. I've been working on the Titanic vlog. I've been working on the Hulk Hogan's Beat Shop vlog. And so, yeah, you guys are going to love that. Because that was my surprise vlog for you guys. I just said, you know what, fuck it, I've got nothing to do today. I'm just going to get up, not tell the fans where I'm going, and just go somewhere. So I ended up going to 3 places, actually. I went and did Hulk Hogan's Beat Shop, bought some merch, because I love their t-shirts. Their t-shirts are so comfy. I like all their other merch, though, but their t-shirts are my favorite. Then I went out to lunch, and then after lunch, then I went to a new miniature golf place. I may take Sam to this place because I'd love to see Sam play this course. I don't think Sam's ever played this course. I played at Gator Golf. I've never played at Gator Golf until now for the vlog. So hopefully you guys will like that. So yeah. I'm on the boot right now, sipping on that blue. Oh, nice, Heroes. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Heroes, check out my eyes, dude. Because of the hot sauce, I've still got blood in my eyes, man. I'm sure it'll go away after a couple of days, but man, I was at work and someone said, Peters, what's wrong with your eyes, man? I said, well, two things happened. I said, I accidentally fell asleep with my contacts in. And normally that's what happens, because I'm not giving my eyes a rest because I just have my contacts in. And I said, I forgot to take them out. And I fell asleep in them. I said, then I had to go to work. So I said, I'm giving my eyes a rest today until I have to go to work by wearing my glasses. I said, I did a hot wings challenge. And I said, my whole face got red. I said, I wasn't feeling good. And I said, this is the end result. So I'm sure that blood will go away soon. But I'm gonna my eyes are gonna have to kind of be looking like zombie eyes, for a while, until everything gets back to normal. I feel fine. I mean, my stomach's back to normal, but hopefully that'll be back to normal soon. Yeah, So yeah. Anyway, let's continue on. So yeah, look out for all that epic stuff coming, guys. So I got this, like I said, to recap. I'm gonna be working on those 2 vlogs. Saturday, me and Sam is gonna hang out. I'm definitely gonna vlog that. That's the vlog I'm really looking forward to because 1, I haven't got to hang out with Sam in quite a while. 2, I've never went axe throwing. So let's hope that it's a lot of fun. I'm sure it is a lot of fun. I've seen people do it. I've just never personally went axe throwing. So yeah. All right. So let's continue on. So most people, let's go to topic 2, St. Louis tourist attractions. Most people would not think that St. Louis is a tourist destination. I don't consider it a tourist destination, but if you're there, there's actually quite a lot to do there. Quite a lot. And stuff. They have jazz in downtown. Bunch of jazz, like concerts down. They've got plays at the Fox Theater. Probably the biggest thing is the St. Louis Arch. If you're in St. Louis, you have to do the St. Louis Arch. It's a must. I did it last time for the vlog. I'll probably do it again for this trip, like this vlog coming up when I go there to visit my mom. I always try to go to the Arch at least once when I'm in town. It's such a good, you can see the whole city from it. Any restaurant in downtown St. Louis has the best food ever. You got the St. Louis Blues, which is our hockey team. You got the Cardinals, which is our baseball team. You got the St. Louis Science Center. I've done a vlog there twice now, back in the day. What else? There's an Indian museum down in East St. Louis. I've been to that. It's amazing. It's about like all the Indians that settled in Missouri and St. Louis like way back in the day. And it's a great museum. Great museum. What else? What else can you do there? They have an art museum. They have an art museum in a big park in not downtown St. Louis, in St. Louis. There's a big park called Forest Park. I've took you guys to that art, and in the park there's a massive art museum. I've took you guys to that art museum in a vlog. The art in there is spectacular. I mean, they have 7-foot like portraits. They've got 8-foot portraits. I mean, they have massive portraits. They've got little portraits, big portraits. Huge works of art, and the art in there is fantastic. I highly suggest it if you guys are in St. Louis, you guys don't have anything to do today, just get on your phone, Google Forest Park Art Museum. Bam, it'll pop up. That's not the name of it, but the art museum is located in Forest Park. Then, let's say you don't want to do any art, right? Still go to Forest Park because they have lakes everywhere that you can go swimming in. You can go for a picnic. You can go for a picnic in Forest Park if you wanted to. They've got running and bike trails all through the park, so you can ride your bike on these cemented like sidewalk paths. You can go jogging on them. Me and my mom and my dad and my brother, we would do that all the time. All the time. We would start in Forest Park and we would go through all the trails. We would bike ride in downtown St. Louis. It was a blast. It was a blast. So yeah. But let's dig deeper. Let's dig deeper. So I mean, those are the things that I did with my family. But let's dig deeper. Let me pull up Google, and I'll just write St. Louis tourist attractions, and we'll see what pops up, because I just gave you, 10, 15 things to do, right? That would keep you busy. All the stuff that I just mentioned, that would keep you busy for probably a good week. But let's say you wanted to stay there longer than a week. So let's go on Google. I'm going to go right now, and I'll find some more stuff for you guys. My friend suggested this, and I've been wanting to do this topic for a while. He goes, Fears, you used to live in St. Louis. He goes, you probably know a lot about St. Louis. You lived there a lot of your life. He goes, talk more about St. Louis. And I went, all right, I said, how about I do some tourist attraction? He goes, oh, that'd be perfect, Fears. And I went, all right. I said, I'll do that. So here we go. So St. Louis tourist attractions. And then let me hit images and see what pops up. Okay, so the first thing that pops up is definitely the arch. Definitely the arch. So, again, the second thing that pops up is our city hall. Our city hall is huge. You can do tours there. That's definitely worth a look. The next one I completely forgot to tell you guys, the St. Louis Memorial Botanical Gardens. I've been there in a vlog, for sure. I went with my friend Brian, and actually we went a couple of times, and you guys have seen the Botanical Gardens. It's fantastic in there. There's like 9 to 10 ponds in there, 3 or 4 lakes in there. Lakes, I kid you not. Lakes, not ponds, lakes. Because the gardens are fucking massive. They have tropical plant life in there, in those biospheres. They grow crops in there, and all the food they grow in those biodome things, they donate to charity. You know, like food for the homeless, food for the needy, all that stuff. It's a great charity. There's a place at the front desk where you can like donate money. I've donated a couple of times. Let's see. Let's go down the list more. Let's see here. Yeah, so I forgot about the Botanical Gardens, but yeah. Then you got then you have all the shooting locations for the movie Escape from New York. So if you're a big fan like me, they shot Escape from New York. Most of it they shot in St. Louis. They shot a little bit in L.A. and they shot like 2 or 3 scenes of it in Illinois, but most of it was in St. Louis. Because St. Louis was supposed to be the double for New York. Also, go to St. Louis Union Station. I've been to Union Station a couple of times, and Union Station, it's definitely it's seen good days and it's seen horrible days. So let me start from the beginning. Union Station used to be an actual working train station. All of a sudden, it fell out of business for one way or the other. So it was abandoned for quite a while. Then Escape from New York found it, and they didn't really revamp it. They just took all the horrible ruins of St. Louis Station and put it in Escape from New York, and they filmed in St. Louis Union Station. Cut after the movie, then in the 80s and 90s, they turned it into a mall. And for a while, it was prospering. Me and my mom and my dad, my brother, we used to go to that mall all the time. By like 2010, 2011, it started to decline again. People started not wanting to go to that mall because it's in downtown St. Louis and there's a little bit of crime in downtown St. Louis. So people started going shopping somewhere else. So they had to find a way to revamp it again. For a while, they didn't revamp it. But for the last 4 or 5 years now it's been turned into the St. Louis Aquarium. So there's an aquarium there now. So you can also do that. I've done that also. Me and Brian went and did that. Brian took his kids, It was Brian, his 2 kids, Brian's girlfriend came, and me. They were all in the vlog. It was great, and it was fantastic. So as of right now, it's an aquarium. One of my favorite restaurants got pulled up when I hit images. The Old Spaghetti Factory is by far one of the best restaurants we have in downtown St. Louis. I always go there every time I'm in town. The food is phenomenal. They have pizza there. They have, obviously, it's called the Old Spaghetti Factory. Most of their cuisine is spaghetti or fettuccine or stuff like that. But they have pizza there. The pizza's good. Their spaghetti is amazing. Their salads are amazing. Their desserts are amazing. They home-make their salad dressing. I always get their homemade version of ranch. It is so good. So if you're ever in downtown St. Louis, you have got to try it. There's 2 locations. There's one in downtown St. Louis, and then there's one in St. Charles, I believe. Oh, no, wait, no. Chesterfield. And Chesterfield's like probably 45 minutes to an hour away from St. Louis. I'm starting to slip. Fears used to live there, but I've lived here for 5 years now. Every once in a while, I'm like, oh, wait, hang on. I gotta remember it, where it is. It's kind of funny, like, whenever I go back to St. Louis, I know all the roads, but it takes me a good 2 or 3 minutes to kind of remember everything. I'm like, all right, I'm at this fork road. I'm like, how do I get to my friend's house? And I know it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, fucking hilarious. You take a right, and then there's that gas station on the fucking right-hand side. You take a right at the gas station, and then his house is a half a mile down on the right. But since I've been gone for so long, I'm like, oh wait, shit, I can't believe this. I'm like, the fork in the road, left, right, and I just have to sit there in my car for like 2 seconds. Thank God the roads in Missouri, in my little town of Wentzville and O'Fallon, there's not a lot of traffic like Florida, so I can sit there for a good 2 minutes and no one will be behind me. So I'm like, I have to, because it's been so long since I've been there, and I try to go back as much as I can, but then I'll be like, oh shit, yeah, okay, I got it now. It's to the right, gas station. Take a right at the gas station, half a mile down, bam, on the right-hand side. All right, let's see. Let's go on to the next one. So, yeah, I definitely recommend going to the to that restaurant I told you guys. I'm telling you, if you guys are in St. Louis, if you ever make it there, you will not regret it. If you like spaghetti and Italian food, you will love the Old Spaghetti Factory. But also check out Union Station. Plus, on the riverbank, like so here's the arch, and then there's a river. They also do private tours of the river, and they also do ferry boat rides. I've took a ferry boat ride on that river a half a dozen times when I was a kid and as an adult. You can see the whole city, pretty much almost the whole city from the ferry boat. It's pretty awesome. And I don't remember how much it is, but it's definitely worth it. I mean, I've went there, a half a dozen times. You got the St. Louis Zoo. I've been to the St. Louis Zoo ever since I was 3-4 years old. I'll be honest, I haven't went to the zoo in a long time. I haven't, let's see, I think the last time I was at the zoo, I don't think I've ever done a vlog there. I don't think. Oh man, it's been forever since I've been to the zoo. The St. Louis Zoo, that is. And you know what? In 5 years, Fears has not done a vlog at the Orlando Zoo or any zoo in Florida. So that's another thing on the to-do list that I've got to do. I was like, I've checked out my zoo in St. Louis. I've never checked out the zoo, out here, because I love animals. And you guys know this. I love animals. I respect animals. I respect all living things, whether they're a tiny little cockroach or they're, as tall as a human. The only animal that I don't want to get near, I don't like, I'm like, hey, listen, buddy, you stay over there, I'll stay over here. You respect me, I'll respect you. I won't get in your territory. Whew. I am deathly afraid of snakes. They're the weirdest creature alive. They don't have arms. They don't have legs. They just slither around. They've got fangs. And if you piss them off, some of those snakes have poison in their fangs and can kill you. Others, they don't have poison, but if you get bit by one of them, it's still going to hurt, you know. So I tend to stay away from snakes as much as possible. But yeah. Like, I'm not afraid of alligators or gators. I respect them because if you get in their territory and they get pissed off, then they'll bite your fucking arm off. But I'm not really afraid of alligators. But I am definitely afraid of snakes. I can't do it, man. I cannot do snakes. I don't like snakes. And I don't think I ever will like snakes. But yeah, but I respect them as living organisms, but that's about it. Yeah. A few times I've tried to get over my fear and like hold a snake. I've gotten better with my fear because in vlogs, I've held snakes and it's been okay. Then in Chesterfield, you've got the Butterfly House. I've been there in vlogs a couple of times. And like I said, Chesterfield's about an hour away from St. Louis. It's definitely worth the drive. You guys, I even went with Brian. I went with myself. I've done a couple of vlogs at the Chesterfield Butterfly House, and it's phenomenal. They have amazing plant life in there. Butterflies everywhere. It is so good. You have the City Museum in downtown St. Louis, where they took an abandoned factory, actually a couple abandoned factories, and pretty much it was like 4 separate buildings, and they just took those 4 separate buildings of abandoned factories. And I don't know how, but they pretty much glued all the buildings together to make one big epic building. And it's a museum of all sorts of stuff. Like, they have artifacts that they found of like pioneer days that pioneers used to live in St. Louis. They've got old artifacts that they found. They've got artifacts from around the world in there. They've got science stuff in there. They've got art in there. I mean, it's a little bit of like everything you can anytime you've been to a museum, take like 4 or 5 different museums, like an Indian museum, an art museum, a science museum. They've pretty much took like every single museum that you can possibly think of, molded it into a ball, and put it in those 4 buildings. It is phenomenal. I've been there. Well, I've been there lots of times, but I've done a vlog there twice. Once with Brian, and then once with my friend Jonathan. That was a good time. Let's see. Then they have a bunch of casinos. So, like I said, there's actually a lot to do there. But most people would not think that St. Louis is a big tourist attraction. Like, oh yeah, St. Louis, yeah, whatever. No, actually, there's a lot to do there. Now, granted, I've never been to the downtown casinos, so I don't really know what those are all about. The casinos that I'm talking about, there's other ones in like Chesterfield and St. Charles that me and Eric and all my buddies have went to. Those are the ones in Chesterfield that we took him to for his bachelor party. I've never been to the downtown ones. I heard they're nice, so if you like gambling, I would check out the ones downtown or the ones that I went to in Chesterfield. Remember, Chesterfield's only about 45 minutes to an hour away from St. Louis, so it's not that bad of a drive. Okay. Let's see here. What else? That's about it. I mean, but all that shit will keep you occupied for... Oh, and then you got the St. Louis Six Flags. Six Flags St. Louis. It's about, let's see, let me Google it. It's not in St. Louis. It's near St. Louis. So, how long of a drive is it from St. Louis to St. Louis Six Flags? They just call it St. Louis Six Flags, but it's not in St. Louis. It's near St. Louis, though. Let's see here. Okay, so not bad. So, from downtown St. Louis to Six Flags St. Louis, you're looking at a 33-minute drive. So, not too bad. I've been to Six Flags St. Louis ever since I was 3 years old. I didn't get to go last time I was in town or the time before because, I wanted to spend as much time with my family and my dad before, my dad passed away. I highly suggest Six Flags St. Louis. That's kind of like our Disney World in Missouri. And that's actually the first theme park I ever went to, I believe. I believe my parents took me to Six Flags St. Louis first, but pretty much right after that, I was hooked on all the Disney stuff. I mean, there's a picture of me in a stroller. I was about 4 or 5. So they must have took me to Six Flags St. Louis when I was like maybe 3 or 4, but I was about 5 or 6 the first time I went to Disney World. Surprisingly, I was a lot older when I went to Disneyland. I've only went to Disneyland once. We were in California with some of my British family, and they were dying to go to Disneyland. So we went to, because Walt Disney made Disneyland first. Then before he died, he made Disney World. He didn't get to see Disney World completed. Like before he died, he made the Magic Kingdom, and then he halfway made Epcot. And before he died, he told his brother Roy to take over. And then Roy finished Epcot, and about 2 or 3 years after he completed it, then that's when Roy died. Him and his brother were both heavy smokers, so I think Walt Disney would be proud of all the shit that's down here now. So yeah. So definitely check out Six Flags St. Louis. But yeah, I'm telling you, right after about Six Flags St. Louis, I'd say my mom and dad took me there when I was 3 or 4, somewhere around there. I'd say around 5 or 6 was my very first experience with Disney, and man, I was hooked. I was hooked. I'll tell you a story though. I was a little afraid to go on Space Mountain. I was like 6. My dad's like, "You'll love it, John. There's no loop-de-loops," and I was like, "Dad, it's in the dark. I can't do it. I can't do it." So I didn't go on any roller coasters. I did go on a lot of rides, just not the roller coasters. I didn't start liking roller coasters until I was like 13, 14, like when I got into my teen years. But man, once I started liking roller coasters, I'll go on any roller coaster now. The more loops, the better. Oh yeah. Tower of Terror. Oh yeah, I need to get some footage because the last time they saw me with the camera when I did it, and they're like, "You're not filming." I was like, "Damn it!" So I had to film like the gift shop after you get off the ride, and then I filmed like me in the line, like going up to like. Remember, I don't know if you guys saw the vlog. I walk in, I show the Tower of Terror sign. I said, "All right, guys, here we go," and I'm going in. And I get about halfway there, and then I was like kind of filming the like the waiting line. And as I'm putting it in my pocket, the lady's like, "Oh, I hope you keep that camera in your pocket," because she said, "If we find out that you filmed while you were on the ride, yeah, that's not going to end well." And I went, "Oh, okay." I said, "Can I film after the ride's done, like when I get off?" She goes, "Yeah, you can film the gift shop, but you're not filming when you're on the ride." And I went, "Okay, no worries." So hopefully I can get some footage next time I come on. So I just got to be more sneaky with it. Anyway, I would suggest all those tourist attractions, though. I mean, all that, if you did all that stuff that I just suggested, that would keep you busy in St. Louis for a good 2 or 3 weeks, for sure. All right, let's get to the last topic. And Randall, you'll quite enjoy this. I'm kind of doing it for the next topic. I'm kind of doing for Randall, but I thought this would be a good topic to hash out with the fans. So we all love Batman, or pretty much almost everybody in the community loves Batman. I like Batman, not as much as Superman. Superman will always be my first superhero love, but I like Batman. And I was like, I wonder what Batman. I said, what if I pose this question to the fans? So you guys can talk about it. You can put it in the chat. What do you guys think is the best weapons in Batman's arsenal and the best gear? I would say, I mean, the two most no-brainers. His bat suit is his best gear because it's bulletproof. It's really thick, so if someone tries to stab him with a knife or with a bullet, it's gonna stop it, right? His whole suit is like 10 inches thick of like rubber. So there's no, or whatever it is, or leather, or whatever it is. So there's no way that he's going to get stabbed with a knife or shot with a, Then, a lot of people don't think the Batmobile is a weapon. I'm like, I highly disagree. There's weapons on the inside of the car. There's weapons on the outside of the car. I would say that's probably his best weapon. Then he's got Then he's got like that flying machine, that glider that he flies around, Gotham City. That's got a shitload of missiles, machine guns on it. So I'd say those two, in my opinion, are his biggest weapons. But I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to write in. I'm going to pull up some pictures and see what else he's got, because he's Bruce Wayne. He's got a shitload of money. Tony Stark's got more money, but he's got a shitload of money, so he can buy all these fucking gadgets and shit. So let's see what is in Bruce Wayne's arsenal. So I'm going to write Batman weapons and gear. Let's see what pops up. Again, here's another one. I mean, it's a good weapon. I don't know if it's his best weapon, but his Batarang. His Batarang, he can chuck it. It can hit people in the neck, hit people in the head, knock them out, or kill them. He's got his grappling hook. But see, that's not really a weapon. A grappling hook, he has that gun where he shoots in the grappling hook, that takes him away from danger. But it's not really a weapon. The Batarang is for sure a weapon. Then he's got those gloves with the claws on it, where he can knife somebody when he's punching someone. That's a good weapon. It's not the best weapon, but it's a good weapon. He's got those blades on his gloves, and those I guess are supposed to be like wings, like a bat. But let's see what else. What other type of weapons pop up? I mean, his utility belt. I would say that's not really a weapon. That's like a good place to put all of his gear. I mean, because it's got a bunch of pockets on it. It can hold a lot of shit. I'm looking at one of the utility belts right now on Google. There's many. He can have extra ammo. He's got extra batarangs. He's got extra wire and shit for his grappling hook. So he can hold a lot of shit in there. And every single Batman that's ever been ever since the 1940s to now has had their own version of the bat suit, their own version of the Batarang and the grappling hook, and the bat suit and the utility belt. There's always been, and it's whatever the director wants. It's whatever that look that he wants. And there's some looks that I like of Batman, and there's some looks that I don't like. I'd say I don't know what the best look is, but one of my favorite looks. It's a split between the first Christian Bale Batman. His costume was fucking spectacular. That's probably my second favorite. My first favorite, I gotta go with Michael Keaton's when he was Batman the first time. When he comes back with Batman Returns, they did a tiny bit of alternations, but I love his first version. I don't like all the other ones though, like the blue and the silver. In Batman and Robin, that was fucking terrible. I did like the Batmobile from Batman Forever, and I loved the Joker's costume that Jim Carrey put. But some of those, now there was some good gadgets. There was some good gadgets in Batman and Robin. That's the first time we saw a bat bomb. The bat bomb I thought was really cool. That was probably the best weapon, in my opinion, from Batman and Robin. Another weapon in Batman in Batman Forever, I don't think he never used them, but on the wall he had bat handcuffs, and I was like, okay, that's pretty fucking cool. But you just saw him on the wall. He never used them. I wish they would use them on camera. That would be fucking sweet. But yeah, he's never used them on camera. They're always on his wall of goodies. But yeah, so I mean, those are just 3 or 4 of my favorite. But I'd say, in my opinion, the 2 best weapons in his arsenal that are just weapons is his Batmobile and probably his Batarang. I'd say those 2 are 2 of his best iconic epic weapons. His best gear, I mean, I have to go with his bat suit and his utility belt. The suit can take a lot of damage. The utility belt can hold a lot of shit in there. He's got pockets on it. He's got a lot of shit on there. I mean, in my opinion, let me know in the comment. Let me know in the chat what you think his best gear is and his best weapon is. That's my opinion. That's what I'm gonna go with because I'm still on Google right now. I guess for the new movie they made a bat axe. I cannot wait to see the bat axe. That looks pretty cool. I just saw a picture of it. So my friend Jason Cool, he loves the shit out of Batman. So I wish me and Jason were a lot more cooler, and I could have him on and he could talk your ear off about this stuff. He knows more than I do. He's like a professional. Like, I like Batman a little bit, and I'm a little bit of a fan. Jason is a full hardcore fan of Batman. So yeah. And like the utility belt and the bat suit, again, I don't know. They always try to improve it and enhance it. I told Randall this. I would love to see. I used to watch the cartoon. I would love to see a Batman Beyond movie because it's all black and then it's got a red bat like crest. That's the one I'm waiting. Yo, Visions, what's up, man? How you been? What's up, buddy? We're almost at the tail end of it, Visions. I've been going for about 52 minutes, so you kind of missed the entire stream, buddy. But I'll stream a little bit longer for you, man. But Visions, what's up? I hope you had a good weekend. I don't mean to dig into your personal life, man, but since you're here, man, hey, I got a question. You told me a little bit, you've got family in the military. How was the Memorial Day? I know you said you went, you said it was your cousin served, your grandpa, was it your grandpa, your great-grandpa served? You went to go visit them. How was all that? How was the family time? I hope it was good, buddy. My dad served. My mom sent me some pictures, and I don't know if you saw, Visions, I posted a picture of my dad's grave on my Instagram, and I said, "Happy Memorial Day, Dad." I either said I miss you or I love you, and then I played Amazing Grace on there because that's the song that they played at my dad's funeral, and so it was good to see my dad yesterday. My mom's like, "Hey, I want to go visit your dad." I put an American flag down. I put some some flowers, and I was like, "Oh, nice, Mom. I appreciate that." So how was it, Visions? How was the family time? Was it good? Let me know, buddy. I'm sure it went well, man. But I was just curious. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Got to hang out with the family a little bit. Before you came in, Visions, we were talking best Batman weapons and best Batman gear. What do you think is? Here's my thing. I said this is just my opinion, Visions. I'll get your opinion in a minute. I want to know everyone's opinion. So Heroes, J-Man, everybody else in the chat, you put your 2 cents in. I said, and I was trying to analyze, I'm like, all right, what would be a logical answer? I said, if I was Batman, I would think, this is me, if I was Batman, I would think this as my best weapon. The best weapon, I think, in his arsenal is the Batmobile. He's got weapons inside the car. He's got weapons on the outside of the car. That's my best. I think that's the best weapon he's got. If I had to pick a second one, his Batarang. He can throw it at people's heads, knock them out. Sometimes it's sharp, so he can like whack them in the neck and kill them. Or the Batarang hits him in the fucking head and kills him. That's my second best weapon. His best gear, though, I would say would be his Batsuit. Because the leather is like 10 inches thick. It can stop a knife, like a knife fight or a bullet. And then his utility belt has got so many pockets on it. He can put like extra ammo, extra wire for his grappling hook. Anything he fucking needs, he can put on his fucking utility belt. That's what I said, his best gear and best weapon. But Visions, what do you think? I want your opinion. What do you think his best gear is? Because he's got more gear than his fucking utility belt and his Batsuit. But what do you think his best gear is, and what do you think his best weapon is? Let me know, Visions. Visions says, it was good just visiting with family, and all of that was nice. I'm glad, man. I'm really glad. I'm glad you guys got some time to, like, hang out, cook some food, barbecue was always good on Memorial Day. I'm sure whatever you guys ate, I'm sure you guys enjoyed. I'm glad you had a good time. And I know it's tough, Visions, like going to visit family, like at grave sites, that's always tough. But I'm glad. I remember you wrote me on Instagram and said, "Oh, it went well, Fears. It went really good." And I went, "Good." Because I know whenever I go visit my dad when I'm in town, it's going to be emotional. But I mean, I'll get through it, but because I haven't seen my dad since it happened. So that's why I'm waiting to do his tribute video, because when I go, that's why I'm going to go 2 times. I'm going to go once by myself and talk to him by myself and have a private conversation. And then I'm going to film like me walking up to my dad's grave, like for his tribute video that I'm going to put on Fears Man 26. Because my friend, he's like, "Fears, don't edit it yet." He goes, "Get some footage with you and your actual dad." And I went, "Yeah, man." I'm like, that's a good idea. Then I'm going to go a second time with my mom, because my mom wants to go with me one day, and we're both going to buy more flowers. And because the only thing that sucks about my dad's gravesite, it's such a big area, Visions. Deer walk through that, and animals walk through that, and you'll put flowers down like the day before, and the next day, the deer come in and eat all the flowers. So my mom said, like, she'll go visit my dad on a Wednesday, and then she'll come and visit him on a Friday, and you just see like slim pickings of the flowers, and you see a bunch of deer tracks like throughout, and then because the place is so immaculate, then the maintenance people come in. They have to like clean up all those like remnants of the flowers that the deer ate, and then replant all the stuff like in the grass and like get rid of all the deer tracks, because they keep that place fucking immaculate and then some. So I told my mom, I said, "Yeah, Mom," I said, "I'll go with you one day." I said, "I'm here for a week." I'm like, I told my mom, I said, "Mom, I don't care what we do, just as long as I get a bunch of family time in." I said, "I'm going to do some fun stuff with my friends, and I'm going to shoot some stuff for the vlog." But I said, really, I just want to hang out and just chill. And I'm like, whatever you guys want to do, So I'm going to take my mom out to lunch one day. I'm like, that'll be fun. Let's see. Vision says, his mind is his greatest tool. That's yeah. I would say that's his best. I would say that's his best weapon, because Batman is really smart. I like that. And then also Visions agree with me. His Batarang is like weapon number 2. I never thought about his mind. Yeah, that's good, Visions. But besides his mind and his Batarang, I mean, I went right for the Batmobile, because like some people were like, "No, Fears, that's not really a weapon." I'm like, are you nuts? His Batmobile is one of his best weapons. He's got shitloads of weapons on the outside. He's got a bunch of weapons on the inside that he can pick from. It can go like 200 miles an hour in like 6 seconds. It's got like a turbo boost on it. That's why I went for that. And then his best gear has to be like, like his bat suit, because... And that's why he made the leather like 10 inches thick. So he's like, oh, well, obviously if I'm like fighting with criminals, someone's going to try to stab me with a knife. Someone's going to try to shoot me, So, but yeah, that's a good answer, Visions, his mind. Yeah, that's good. What do you guys, besides Visions, there's 8 people watching. What else do you think is Batman's best gear and his best weapon? I've said my 2 piece. Heroes, what do you think? J-Man, what do you think? Let me know. I don't know what else to talk about, Visions, because you got here so late. I pretty much, like, the topics today were just chilling with the fans, because I know people like me to just sit here and chill and just talk about whatever you guys want me to talk about, or whatever you guys bring up. So if you guys got anything else that you want to talk about, let me know. Let me know. Triple said, well, Fears, you're forgetting his money. I mean... yeah, I guess, because without Bruce Wayne's money, Batman would not exist. So, I mean, you do have a point. You do have a point there. Visions, I told everybody else to... the second topic was, a lot of people don't think, like, St. Louis is a tourist attraction. I don't consider it a tourist attraction. But if you're there, let's say you have to, like, change planes, like when you're flying somewhere else, and you have to stay in St. Louis for a couple days, there's actually a shitload of things to do. So Visions, watch the stream back. I gave everyone at least 20 to 30 options of things that you can do around St. Louis and in downtown St. Louis. I mean, there's a shitload of things to do. I still wouldn't consider it a tourist locations like Orlando. That's definitely a tourist location. I've lived here 5 years, and I've done a lot of tourist attractions, but my friends were laughing like when they watched my vlog. And they said, Fears, we're not laughing at you. They said, we're laughing that in 5 years, you've got to a lot of tourist attractions, but you haven't even came close to like getting to all of them. And I said, give it time, buddy. I said, I'm making my way through, all the attractions. They said, Fears, we love your attraction vlogs. I said, so do I. I said, I get great footage. I said, and then my friend gave me that one suggestion, vision. He's like, Fears, you keep talking about it, but you haven't went and did it yet. I said, probably because I've been so busy. Like a convention has popped up, or I've had another idea, or me and Sam want to go film somewhere else. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to that dinosaur world. I checked out the website. Now, don't misconfuse that with that convention that I went to, the Jurassic Quest. That was a convention. I want to go to the park, Jurassic. It's called Jurassic. It's called Dinosaur Land. So I cannot wait, and it's in Tampa somewhere. So, and apparently it's been there since the '90s. So it's kind of like one of those roadside attractions, So I definitely want to go there and check that out. Vision says, yeah, I was thinking bank account is up there too, Pickle. Pickle, Rickle, Trickle, Sickle, Dickle, Wickle. I was there last June. We went up in the arch and walked around a bit. Didn't get shot or anything. That's good, buddy. But Visions, so you've already been to the arch. I was telling people, you can see the whole city. Like, did you think it was cool? Did you and your parent, or whoever you went with, did you and your parents and your girlfriend, did you guys look out the window and check out the whole city? I'll be honest, the windows are about that small, but you look out, you can see the entire city. The entire city. Look from left to right. You're like, I don't know how many thousand feet up you are. I think you're like, they say it. There's a museum. So you go in the door, and the museum's underneath the ground, underneath the arch. You go to the museum first. After the museum, then it's like $15 to go up into the arch. And in the museum, it tells you how they built the arch and how, I want to say you're 1,000 feet up in the air, but it is phenomenal. Let's see. I like the skyhook thing in the Dark Knight too. Favorite looking vehicle. Oh, yeah. The 89 Batwing. Yeah. That's definitely good. I'll be right back. The Crohn's is a rumbling today. I've already went to the bathroom once. I'll be right back. But while I'm gone, check out Spookula. Just study Spookula. I think Fears is going to go for 1 day. I don't know how many guests I can complete in 1 day, but I'm Visions. I'm totally thinking about going 1 day, and I think I'm definitely going to try and meet Dick Warlock, Tom Atkins for sure, and Tommy Lee Wallace, because they've made some of my favorite horror films. They've contributed to some of my favorite horror films. I got to meet at least those three guys. I think it's a must. All right, I'll be right back. So just go ahead and study Spookula. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. My bad. When you gotta go, you gotta go. All right. Hopefully that's the last time. Hopefully that's the last time Fears has got to go to the bathroom. I hate interrupting the show because I love hanging out with you guys. So I apologize. Visions, triple, my bad. So I'm thinking about going to this for a day because I'll be honest, rent's coming up. the Missouri trip is coming up. Visions, I told Sam, I said, normally I'm okay with my money, but I said, it's been like, I've had to pay like 4 or 5 bills in a row, plus rent is coming up like in 2 days. So I said, Sam, thank God axe throwing and dinner is on you this weekend, because I said, buddy, I said, after I pay my rent, I said, probably be broke for like 3 or 4 days until I get my next paycheck. And then the next paycheck, I told the fans, I'm going to pull out like 50 or 60 bucks and do all the prizes for everybody, like the gift card for Visions, the gift card for the dude. And I don't know where the hell I'm going to get the Stormtrooper, but Sam said there's a bunch of like comic book stores that I could probably get Yakov Stormtrooper down in Orlando. I said that's a good start. I said if I can't find it at a store, then fuck it, I'll just order it online and I'll just ship it off to Yakov. So yeah. So let's see. Let's see here. Vision says, yeah, I did. Yeah, those things you lay on and look over the city. It's pretty cool. Yeah, there's like a little I don't even know what you call it, Visions, but I know what you're talking about. So the elevator, and there's 2 elevators on each side of the arch, right? So you can get off on the left side of the arch or the right side. So the elevator doors open. Then there's like a skinny hallway. Then there's a platform on each side. You step up onto the platform, and Vision's right. You can pretty much lay down like your chest and your stomach on this little platform, and then the window's right there. And then you put your arms back like this and just kind of look from left to right. You're so high up in the air, it's ridiculous. But Visions, just like I said, you can see the whole city, right? I mean, it stretches for miles. It's so cool. I've done it ever since I was 5 years old. It never gets boring when you go up in the arch. It's so much fun. If you're in that area, you've got to check it out. Yo, Pretend Stories, what's up? So yeah, that was pretty much all that we were talking about, Visions. I was trying to catch up, Visions. I was telling everybody about the St. Louis tourist attractions. Like Visions, the next time you go, you want to take your lady to a nice restaurant. You guys have got to go. Well, maybe you've already went, Visions. Have you and your lady ever went to that old spaghetti factory? The food there, it's in downtown St. Louis. Well, there's 2 locations. There's the first one's in downtown St. Louis. The other one's in Chesterfield, which is like 45 minutes to an hour. Well, depending on traffic. Without traffic, 45 minutes. With traffic, probably an hour and 10 minutes. The other location's in Chesterfield. But again, I love going back to the St. Louis area because there's almost slim to no traffic. There's traffic all over it in Florida. That's the one thing that I hate. I hate it. But in Missouri, especially in my hometown of O'Fallon and Wentzville, 0 traffic. And I'm like, yes. Because Wentzville is like the smallest little town ever. The St. Louis, the same city, has the Grand Central Station. It's called Union Station, Visions. And I was talking about that. And that's also where they shot a couple of scenes from one of my favorite John Carpenter movies, Escape from New York, biatches. Oh, yeah. You know, like the wrestling scene, Visions? That was all in Union Station. Like when Snake Plissken has to, like, wrestle that big, like, gorilla, like, massive fucking guy, like he's a wrestler or some shit. And then Snake Plissken, like, takes that bat that has, like, a blade on it. He, like, goes, yeah, fuck you, and, like, throws it right into the guy's, like, head. That guy dies, then like, Snake Plissken jumps out of the wrestling ring, grabs his shirt, because they took all of his, like, possessions away from him. He grabs his gun, grabs his shirt, throws his shirt back on, puts his little fucking wristwatch back on that shows you how much time he's got before he dies. And then he's like, I need to get the fuck out of here, and then he just fucking takes off to the right. So, yeah. No, you were right, Visions. There's one in Kansas City, and then there's a big one. You're thinking of Union Station. It used to be a train station, but for some reason, I guess like after it went out of business, like in the 50s, 60s, because not a lot of people ride trains anymore. That's probably why it went out of business. Then it just rotted there for like ever until the 70s or 80s. Then Then the Escape from New York production staff was like, oh God, this would be fucking amazing to film here. Hey, let's film here. They filmed there. Then it rotted some more until the late 80s, early 90s. And then for a while, for like 20 to 25 years, it was a mall. And then in 2011, 2012, it started to lose business. And then all of the stores said, later, we're going to take our business somewhere else to another mall. And then now what it is, they just revamped it. And for the last like 4 or 5 years, it's been an aquarium. And I've vlogged there. I've vlogged there twice now. And I remember I went up to the staff and said, hey, you guys realize that before an aquarium, it used to be a mall. And before that, it used to be the locations for Escape from New York. And the lady goes, oh, actually, there's a plaque. And I said, where? And they said, there's a plaque and pictures of where they filmed. And I said, oh, is it in here? She goes, yeah, it's in here somewhere. She goes, I don't know where, but there's a plaque that says, Escape from New York was shot here. And I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. I've never seen the plaque, but apparently they said there's a plaque there with a picture of like John Carpenter and Kurt Russell. And I was like, that's fucking fantastic. And then I told them, well, before it was a working train station. And she goes, oh, yeah. She goes, we fully know it's been revamped a couple of times. And I'm like, and I told him, I said, well, I hope you don't mind. I said, I have filmed 2 vlogs in your aquarium. And I said, I love your aquarium. I said, I hope it stays as an aquarium. I said, because one, I appreciate animals. And I said, I have always enjoyed going to aquariums. And she goes, oh, yeah. She goes, hopefully it won't go out of business. And I said, and I asked her the last time I was in town, I said, how's the business been going? She goes, well, we've been open 4 or 5 years, and so far so good. And I said, yeah, I said, all those other businesses were doing good, in Union Station, and then eventually they crapped out. So I hope that it doesn't crap out again. I really hope it doesn't. So, yeah. Vision says, okay, that place is cool. Okay, so you've been there. You've been to Union Station, Vision. Now, Vision, have you ever been to that restaurant I was telling you about, the old spaghetti factory? Have you took your family there, or have you took your girlfriend there? Let me know. That food is amazing. I mean, it's all the traditional, like, Italian. They've got fettuccine there. They've got spaghetti. Mostly it's spaghetti stuff because it's called the old spaghetti factory. They have got pizza there. My favorite thing, though, is they home make their salad dressing. And I always get their homemade in-house ranch. It is so good. I'll ask them for an extra little cup of it, right? And I'll dip my pizza in it. If I get pizza. Last time I was there with my friend Brian, I got spaghetti and meatballs with a side salad. And then he ordered some dessert. Oh, yeah, they've got carrot cake there. So Brian said, well, Fears, the cake is big. He goes, I'm going to give most of it to my mom, but I'll slice a piece off for you because I know you love carrot cake, and I'll slice a piece off for me and my daughter because he brought his daughter that day. I said, oh, that's cool. I said, yeah. I said, give the rest to your mom. I said, that cake's fucking huge. I said, I'm not going to eat all that. I said, I'll just eat like one little slither of it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I've eaten there a few times. I think it's a chain because we had some in Vancouver and Portland. Yeah, but see, you're right. It started, though. It is a chain, Visions. It started in St. Louis. So the very first one ever is in downtown St. Louis. Then there's one in Chesterfield, about an hour away. I had no idea. I knew there was one in California, but I didn't know there was one in Portland. So, yeah, man, when I come to see you, we'll have to go to the one in Portland because, oh, my God, that food is fucking phenomenal. But my favorite one is in downtown St. Louis. That's where it all started because that one is actually made out of an old spaghetti factory. Like, the building is so old, and that one's my favorite. So that one's in downtown, though. You got to get there early because the parking is like right behind the old spaghetti factory building. And once that's maxed out, then they're going to make you park like 2 or 3 miles away where you have to pay for the parking. So I always try to get there early and like have not dinner there. I have lunch there because I'm telling you, the food is spot on. Hey, what's up, Yak? How you been? Yeah, and then Visions, I was telling them, I've done a bunch of vlogs. I don't know if you've ever watched this old vlog, Visions, but you may want to go back. The old butterfly house, that one was great. I did back in the day. I haven't done a vlog there in quite a long time. I probably should, because I always get great footage there. There's butterflies fucking everywhere. They've got waterfalls, and you guys all know I love waterfalls. I just think they're very cool to shoot video of and take pictures of. I've always loved waterfalls. One of my dreams would be to go to Hawaii and take photographs of those fucking 1,000 feet up fucking waterfalls, like the one out of fucking Jurassic Park. Oh yeah, I want to especially find the one from Jurassic Park because I know I saw some YouTubers. They're like, some of the sets still exist in Hawaii. Some locations still exist. Some locations they've got barbed wire fence and you can't go back there. I'd be like, well, any location that Fears can get to, one day I'm going to go film at the Jurassic Park locations. I don't know when, but at some point I will. It's definitely on. It's definitely on the bucket list for sure, dude. Visions. That's why I'm so excited to hunt down all of the Goonie locations. See, that's going to be easier because all the Goonie locations are pretty much all in Astoria. I know they did a few sets in Los Angeles, but mostly they shot in Portland, in Astoria. So that's going to be easy to find, Visions. When we're out and about, we'll get to your house and we'll just get on your computer and we'll print off all the locations. I'll be like, Goonie locations, print. It'll take us 20 minutes to find them all, and we'll just knock them out. We'll knock them out. But finding all the locations, I watched some guy's vlog. I literally went to YouTube one day, right? Vision, I wrote, YouTubers filming at Jurassic Park locations. Bam. Some guy's vlog channel came up, and he's got the fucking Hawaiian shirt that Dennis Negri wears, that fucking purple and white one. And he's not fat, but he put on a fat suit, right, Visions? He's got the fucking hilarious glasses. He combs his hair like Dennis. And he's like, oh, yeah, you're right, John. It's not my problem. It's everybody's problem. And he's acting out that scene. And then he cuts to his friend, right, Visions? And his friend is playing John Hammond. And John Hammond's like, I will not get into another financial debate with you, Dennis. I really will not. And then he's like, there's no debate at all. And then he recreates that scene. And he goes, I don't blame people, for their problems. But I do ask for they pay them. And then he's like, oh, thanks, Dad. Then it cuts to him renting a Jeep. And he's like, well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that recreation. He goes, that's my favorite scene where John Hammond and Dennis are bitching at each other. And he goes, now we're going to go check out some movie locations with my wife. And then all of a sudden his wife comes in, right, Visions? And she said, honey, this is the wrong Jeep. And he went, you know what, babe? He goes, this is the only Jeep that they had left at the fucking rental place. And she's like, well, we can't go visit the locations in this fucking Jeep. And he goes, you know what? This is all we got. He goes, but I got an idea. He walks off camera, and I guess he bought this magnet of the Jurassic Park logo. He takes it and just slaps it onto the Jeep, and now it became a Jurassic Park Jeep, right? And he goes, all right, much better, onto the fucking location. And then he gets to the waterfall, and then he gets to the location where the dinosaur, the Tyrannosaurus attacked them, with the perimeter wall behind them. And then he went to the site where the guy gets killed at the beginning of the film, the raptor sucks him into the pen. He went there. He went to the place where Dennis Negri had his lunch, and he got the little fucking shaving cream. That's actually a restaurant. So he went there, had lunch with his wife. It's all in the vlog. And I was like, oh man, I'm like, God, how fucking fantastic would be if Fears did that one day. I would love it. Oh, it'd be so good. It's on my bucket list. So yeah, we've got some gnarly waterfalls here. Oh, well then we definitely would have to check out those Visions. See, the plans keep getting better and better as we go, buddy. We listen, when I come, we've got a week. We'll see how much we can bust out in a week, buddy. Oh yeah. But I'm telling you, oh, yeah. And see, the thing is, Pretend Stories, that's how hard it would be to do the Jurassic Park movie locations, because it's not just on the Big Island. It's on a couple of islands. So if you want to do all of them, you'll do some on the Big Island, then you'd have to get on a plane, fucking fly to the next island. It's on my bucket list. It's on a couple of islands. They didn't just film on one island. I mean, they filmed all of it in Hawaii, but Hawaii consists of, like, what is it, 7 or 8 different islands. So they filmed a little here, then they fucking hightailed it to another island, hightailed it to another island. So, but I'm telling you, me and Visions won't have any problems checking out the Goonie locations because it's all in fucking Astoria and near Portland and shit. So it'll be 10 times easier. But that is on my bucket list one day. That would be fucking sweet. And then my other friend was like, well, Fears, like, you're from England, right? And I said, I'm not from England. I said, my mom's from England. But I said, I've been to England. He goes, did you ever check any, like, Bond location? I said, yeah, I said a few over the years. I said, I know they shot in front of Buckingham Palace. I said, and I've been there half a dozen times. And I said, it's always cool to get a picture with one of the, you know, the fucking guards that don't move. I said, I've done that a million times. I said, they filmed out in front. I said, they've got a Bond museum that my dad took me to, like when I was a kid. I got a picture in front of his Aston Martin. I don't know where that photo is. It's probably collecting dust somewhere in a box, but I did. That was fucking cool. So, but I told my friend, I said, oh, I definitely would want to do a more intense look at some Bond locations because you kind of have to love Bond if you're half British. It would be sacrilegious if you didn't. But I like, even if I wasn't British, I like Bond anyway. I think he's a cool character. So yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I did unblock the dude. So yeah. I did unblock his channel. So I unblocked the dude, the dude, and then all the numbers, and then his second channel is the dude streams. I unblocked that one too. So at some point, I'm gonna unblock Yak because I know Yak wants to use his other one. So Yak, I told everybody it's been a kind of a crazy last couple of weeks, and I've had to pay like 9 bills in a row, and now I have to pay my rent. So I won't be able to send the prizes off until I get paid this Friday, and most of that paycheck is going to go to rent. So next week's paycheck, I'm going to pull some of that out, and I'm going to start sending the prizes out. So not this weekend, next week. Because this week, pretty much all of my money has to go to rent. So like I was saying before, Yakov and Visions came in, thank God the hangout is on Sam. Because Sam was like, Fears, you cover the last 2 hangouts while I was going through all that shit. I said, buddy, don't even worry about it. I said, that's what friends do. I said, when I was going through a rough time, you paid for everything. When you're going through a rough time, I'll pay for everything. Don't worry about it. I'm like, that's why we're friends. I'm like, I got your back. And he goes, you're going to be pretty much broke. I said, not for a while, just for a couple of days. I said, I have to pay rent. I had to pay like the water bill, and then I had to buy groceries. Then remember I told you guys a couple weeks ago I had to get like an extra tire because I ran over a fucking nail. And then, so it's been a lot of bills. So not this weekend, next week I'm going to start, and I asked Sam and I asked my other buddy. He went, well, Fears goes, getting those 2 gift cards is easy. He goes, the one that's going to be kind of tough is getting Yak that Stormtrooper. I said, yeah. I said, here's what I'm going to do. I said, if I can find it cheaper at a comic book store, I will. I said, if I can't find it at some comic book stores, then I'm just going to order one offline. I said, I'll just go on eBay or I'll go on Amazon and write Stormtrooper action figure. Boom, I'll find it in 2 seconds, buy it, and then I'll ship it to you. So yeah. Yep. So yeah, so I'm on it, buddy. I'm on it. He's commenting. I can't see his comments, but I did unblock his channel. So I don't know how to get his comments back into the chat. That's what I was telling everybody on the Discord. I've always known how to block people and unblock people. What I don't know how to do is I don't know how to get, after you unblock their channels, I don't know how to get them to have their comments reappear back into the chat. That's the thing I don't know how to do that. So, but I'm not lying. The dude, your 2 channels are unblocked. I just don't know how to get you back into the chat. So yeah. Well, I'm about to end it, Joy Boy, so I'm glad you made it at least for the tail end of it. So yeah. But I actually was going to end it, but I was like, well, I'm like, Visions was busy, so I thought, well, I always love hanging out with Visions, so I said I'll go a little extra tonight. Excuse me for a second, my glasses are fogging up. But yeah, Joy Boy, I hope you and Visions and the dude and Pretend Stories and everybody else is having a good day. Like I said, I've been having a pretty good day. Just I was exhausted from work. I pretty much got home, took a shower. I mean, ate like a quick breakfast. And then I didn't even make it to my bed. I just fucking crashed here. And I slept, like, let's see, I've been going for an hour and 26 minutes. I woke up at 4, but I got home at 8 o'clock. So from 8 to 4, I fucking just crashed. I was dead to the world because I already knew it was going to be a big volume day, right, Visions? I came in, I told this story. I'll retell it again, but I'll do a 10-second version so I don't bore everybody. Came in, my boss said, hey, I'm glad everybody had a good weekend. I had a phenomenal weekend, and she told us that she hung out with her kids and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's good. I said, I'm glad, and then she goes, all right, well, get ready to work. Because the factory was closed, we didn't do any boxes, the other day. So she said, guys, I hope you're ready to work because we have to redo all those boxes plus the boxes that we did last night. So we had basically 2 nights molded into one night. And I was like, oh, shit. So I go up to her Visions and I'm like, what's the volume tonight? She goes, oh, John, she goes, we'll never get close to it. She goes, they said 50 to 60,000, but she goes, we have so much shit to do. She goes, we probably won't even get near that. I said, oh, yeah. I said, what do you think we will get close to? She goes, maybe 30,000, maybe 40. And I said, okay. I said, fair enough. So I'm hoping tonight when I go into work, it'll be a lot more of a chill night. I hope. We'll see. We shall see. Joy Boy says, all good. Hope to catch up the next... wait. I'm tired. I know how to read. I apologize. Joy Boy says, all good. Hope to catch the next one. Hey, no worries, buddy. I try to put out as much content for you guys as I possibly can. So, yeah. Oh, was it? I did not know that, Visions. I could have sworn the very first one was in downtown St. Louis. That's interesting. Well, the thing is with ours in downtown St. Louis, it actually was an old spaghetti factory. The building is so fucking old. The one in downtown. Ask the dude, Visions, ask the dude if he's ever been to the old one in downtown St. Louis. It's my favorite. There's a lot of good restaurants. Like, there's not one restaurant that I haven't liked in downtown St. Louis. And I've been to a lot of those restaurants, like downtown. But Old Spaghetti Factory is probably my favorite restaurant in downtown St. Louis. I could have sworn ours was the first. Let me go to Google real quick. Not that I don't believe the dude, but I got to see it for myself. Where was the Old Spaghetti Factory founded? Or created? Is a better word. Created. Wow! That is so fucking cool. That's awesome. So, see, you learn something every day. Well, hey, thanks, the dude. According to Google, it says the Old Spaghetti Factory, the very first one, was founded on January 10th, 1969 in Portland, Oregon. Our first location was our first location was the Old Spaghetti Factory, and the doors opened in Portland on January 10th, 1969 in the historic Carriage and Baggage Building on 2nd and Pine in Portland, Oregon. We made this location our Portland home until 1984 when we moved to our current Portland location on South Waterfront. Okay. Well, you know what, Visions? Since you live so close to Portland, we'll definitely have to go there one night, I don't know, for lunch or dinner if you want to bring your girlfriend, because I could have sworn because the one in St. Louis is made from an actual spaghetti factory. Well, that's what I was going by. The manager said it was an old factory, and she said, I believe the St. Louis location is an actual old spaghetti factory. She goes, that's why the building's so old. Like, you'll walk down the stairs, and it's nothing but, like, creaks, because the stairs are not 100 years old, but pretty damn close. And I said, when was this building found? She's like, oh, I don't know, 1920, 1923. And I was like, something like that. I may be getting the dates wrong, but it's the old spaghetti factory in downtown St. Louis. Whatever that building was before they turned it into an old spaghetti factory, it's been there for a shitload of years. She goes, oh, yeah, it's been here since, she goes, this building's been here since, I don't know, the 20s, 30s. And I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. But I'm still on Google, so I can't read your guys' comments real quick. Well, how about that? I could have sworn ours was the first. But you learn something every day. Well, thanks to the dude. Well, I don't care wherever it's formed. I fucking love that restaurant. They've got amazing food, dude. I mean, amazing doesn't even describe their food. Their food is fucking fantastic. So, yeah. Let's see here. The architecture in St. Louis is pretty great. Oh, it is. Oh, yeah. I mean, they've got massive skyscrapers in downtown St. Louis. The architecture is it's pretty amazing. I'm glad they kept the old buildings around. Oh, yeah, me too. Me too. There are a ton of things to see and people to watch down at the waterfront there. Where, in Portland? Oh, yeah, I'm sure Portland and Astoria, I'm sure there's a shitload of things to do there, too. Can we look up the St. Louis? Yeah, you can look it up. Hang on. Let me look it up. Let's see here. Let me just, history on the St. Louis old spaghetti factory. Let's see what pops up. Alrighty, let's see here. Let's see here. Let me scroll down here. Here we go. Explore St. Louis Old Spaghetti Factory. Maybe this will give us some history on it. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, this just tells about the restaurant. I'm trying to find the history on. Let's see. Hang on. You know what? Here, I'll just do this. When was the St. Louis Old Spaghetti Factory? Let's see. I'll just do it. When was the Old Spaghetti Factory created? The one in St. Louis. We'll see what pops up. Okay. All right, here we go. So according to Google, it says the St. Louis Old Spaghetti Factory, our story, it was founded in... Oh, wait, no, that's... Hang on, that's when they created the company. Hang on. I don't know if Google will tell me when the St. Louis one. I'm trying to find it. Let's see. Let me switch the word. When was the old spaghetti? When was the St. Louis Old Spaghetti Factory built? Hopefully that'll pop it up. Let's see here. It just keeps giving me history of the whole company itself, but it doesn't tell me when, like the St. Louis one was created. Well, hang on, Vision. I'm trying, buddy. Let's see here. Here we go. The Old Spaghetti Factory, St. Louis, Missouri. Okay, so let's see here. Now this just gives pictures of inside and outside of the St. Louis one. It doesn't. Damn, it doesn't say when the one in St. Louis was created. I wonder if it's got a website. Let's see. www.oldspaghettifactory.com. Let's see. Let's see what pops up. I'm trying, buddy. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Here's their official website. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Hopefully on their, let's see, locations. Here we go. Locations. See all locations. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see the about section. I don't think it's going to tell me, buddy. I've been trying to find it. Let's say, it says history. The old spaghetti factory is 100% Italian food. We probably serve millions of guests annually. And it says when it was created, it said we're famous for our. I don't know how to pronounce this Italian word, but they are famous for their ice cream. They said we home make our dressings for our salad. You can also order coffee and tea. All great food at one low price. I don't understand why it won't tell me when the St. Louis one was created. I even put in, I'm like, when was it built? When was it created? And it doesn't pull it up. I'm not finding it. Well, I'm gonna try once more. History on St. Louis Old Spaghetti Factory. See, it just brings up like the history of the Old Spaghetti Factory company as a whole. I just wish it would just tell us, the one in St. Louis. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Let me go to the About section. Okay. Family operated. Let's see. No. Let me go to here we go. Locations. Oh, here we go. View locations. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, wow. So all right. So here we go, Visions. They said there's one in Arizona. I'm sorry, two in Arizona. Chandler, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona. Then they've got some in California. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wow. 8 in California. I'm sorry. 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow. They've got a lot in California. 13, 14, 15, 16. A lot in California. Wow. Some in Colorado. Wow, I didn't know this. One in Hawaii. They have one in Honolulu. Did not know that. A few in Indiana. One in Kansas. Here we go. Here's where I need. It says Missouri, they have got 2 locations. One in Chesterfield, one in downtown St. Louis. So let me click on that one. Let me click on this one. Hopefully, here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Finally, I found it. So maybe this will tell us when this one was created. A unique Italian restaurant for everyone to enjoy. So it says every location is different. It says the Old Spaghetti Factory in downtown St. Louis is located in the historical Ladades, I think is how you pronounce it, landing, which was settled in 1764 and is in downtown St. Louis Old District. Okay. And then hopefully it'll tell us when they built that building. It says plan your event here. Host and gather. Can do catering for you. And then it says you can join the family team. No, it just gives like. No, it doesn't say when the St. Louis one was created. Oh well, I tried. Oh well. Alrighty, I did my best. Vision says, "Cause I really like Old Spaghetti Factory." Oh, dude, Trust me, I love the old Spaghetti Factory too. I was trying to get you the information. Can you have a 2,000 word paper about the old Spaghetti Factory on my desk by 3 p.m. tomorrow? That would be challenging, buddy. I mean, I could probably do it, but I don't want to write a 2,000 word paper on it. Let's make it 7 p.m. Visions, you're funny. I didn't know that you liked that. I didn't know that you liked that restaurant so much, Visions. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's see. I just remembered I went to the one in the Bay Area. Oh, that's cool. Thanks for the information, Fierce. Hey, no worries, man. I do what I can. But Visions, I had no idea that you loved that restaurant. I knew it was a chain, but I didn't know it had that many locations. But if I ever figure out, you know what, Visions, I'll get it on camera. That when I go to the old Spaghetti Factory when I'm in town this year, I'll either get it on camera or I'll ask the waitress or I'll ask the manager, when was this one built? When did you guys form this location, the St. Louis location? And I guarantee you one of them will know. Because I'll be like, I tried to find it on the internet, couldn't find it. So I'm like, you guys work at the St. Louis location. You guys will know for sure when this location. So I'm going to ask them 2 questions. When would the old building that you use, when was this building built? It looked like it was built in 1764. That's what it said on the website. So I'm going to go by what the website said. But I'll ask them that just to be sure. And then I'm going to ask them, Visions, when did you guys form the old Spaghetti Factory St. Louis location? Because I'm kind of curious myself now, because I like history and stuff. It's one of my favorite things to read, like about old school stuff, like old history. I like to read about science and stuff. And you guys know I love to read about art and artists. Like right now, I'm trying to get through. I haven't read any books in a while. I like to read a lot when I'm on an airplane, because if you have 3 or 4 hours, it's boring. So I'll just bring like 2 or 3 books and I'll knock them out, So yeah. Thanks for the info, Fierce. Hey, no worries, man. I do what I can. I had no idea, Visions, that you and your girlfriend were into that restaurant. I guess what? Do you and your girlfriend go to that restaurant all the time? Do you guys go there a lot? Is that why you like it so much? I just like it a little bit. I mean, it's my favorite restaurant in downtown St. Louis. I've got a couple of other restaurants that I like in Missouri. Like, I love Ruby Tuesdays. That's one of my favorite restaurants. I mean, they make great quality food. But my favorite one is in downtown St. Louis. That old Spaghetti Factory in downtown St. Louis. That's like number one, because I've got so many great memories. My mom and dad loved that place, so they would take me and my brother. They would take our British family there all the time. I love that location. It's so good. But it would be kind of cool to go to a different location. The only other location I've ever went to is that one in Chesterfield. The one in Chesterfield, it's all right. It's okay. That's more of a restaurant setting. The one in downtown St. Louis, they actually use an old building. The one in Chesterfield, it's brand new. It looks like it's a brand new building. So that one, yeah, it's all right. So I'd love, whenever I go to hang out with Visions, I'd love to go to the one in Portland and check that one out, because I've never been to one in a different state. That would be kind of cool. Let's see. I think the last time we went to one was the Bay Area location like 10 years back. Okay, so you don't like it because I really, like, you emphasized the word really. You were like, I really like the old Spaghetti Factory. So if you haven't been in 10 years, you only must like it a little bit. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Well, that was kind of nice to go down memory lane. Yeah. So whenever I come to visit you, buddy, maybe you, me, and your girlfriend, or your whole family, if they want to come too, it would kind of be cool to go to a different one. I've never went to one in a different state. That would be pretty cool. That definitely would be pretty cool. All right, guys, it's 7 o'clock. I haven't had dinner yet. I need to skedaddle. And I want to get a couple more naps in before work because I'm dead tired, and I want to get on some edits. So I kept the stream going a little longer because I wanted to hang out with Visions a little bit and everybody else. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Exactly, Visions. That's right. Let's get on it, buddy. Let's get on it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Listen, I'll never say no to Italian food. I love Italian food. Anyway, guys, time for some shout-outs. Don't forget to check out my friend Pixel at Pixel Protocol, Lord of those pylons. Pixel, I hope you're having a good time in Vegas, buddy. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, buddy. Pixel, be careful doing cocaine off a hooker's ass, all right? Just be careful, because I'm sure that hooker's got a lot of shit. Shh. All right? Check out my friend Randall at Cameo Man 2021 and his second channel, The Mayor of Magic, 2 channels. Check out Fears at FearsMan26, the main channel. Fears Vlogs, what you're watching right now. Check me out on TikTok, FearsMan26. Check out my friend, the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp on Twitch. Check out my friend Egotistical Commando on Twitch. And last, but certainly not least, guys, Visions is my buddy. He's my pal. Buy some cool shit off his website. What website is it? It's www.exhumevisions.com. Check it out. Why do you need to check it out? Because Visions is a cool, epic, my buddy, my pal, motherfucker. That's right. That's right. All right. Fears loves you. Fears cares about you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to me on all my stuff. I will always, for the loyal fans, keep the content a-flowing. And this is Fears, bidding you guys a fond farewell. And I'll see you guys later.